Hey, Pile One, this is your reading. Today we're going to be looking at messages from your future spouse, your long-term partner, the one that you ideally came here to spend the rest of your life with. All right, not necessarily your next one, but we're just talking about the ideal one, okay? The one, capital T-H-E. All right, so if you picked the Charoite, this is your reading. So let's get started. We got a lot of information to share with you today. The first few cards we have here is just going to give us some information about the connection itself, like where the connection is at right now. And then we're also going to be looking at the energy that is supporting this connection, okay? So first we've got the energy that is where the energy is at right now for this connection, and we've got elevator going up. So this connection is actually going to happen very, very quickly, okay? Meaning that it's very possible you already know this person, or you're going to be meeting them very, very soon. And we'll look at some astrological markers. I need to put these up here so I'll remember. Okay, we'll look at some astrological markers here in a little bit to kind of give you maybe some ideas as to what the timing will be, okay? But it's going to be very soon. Like, I'm thinking within the next 3 months or so. For some of you, it'll be even sooner, like within the next 30 days. All right, so let's look at the energy supporting the connection at this time. We've got rebirth. Get in there. And we also have boundaries. Okay, so if you're someone that has had a hard time with boundaries or exercising boundaries at some point in the past, this feels like this is something that you're learning how to work on, okay, which is very good. You need to exercise boundaries, but very much like you've been going through a very transformative period. Like you've been going through that. You've had your tower moment, so to speak, speaking in tarot. And so basically what that means is, like, something in your life, a key structure that was built on a very faulty foundation, was struck down, and now you're in the process of actually rebuilding, okay? So think about it like a rebirth to that, okay? So a very, very positive time. Like, if you've been feeling like you've been just kind of been dragging yourself through the mud trying to get yourself clean, and this is a heads up that part of it is actually over now. From here you're rebuilding that foundation so that whatever structure is built on that foundation is going to be not only long lasting, and when I mean long lasting, because all relationships, no matter how beautiful the foundation, no matter how beautiful the connection, there's always going to be outside storms, weather, things that you cannot control that can test the integrity and the strength of that foundation and that structure, right? So, this upcoming relationship with your future spouse is going to be because of the healing that you've been doing, because of how you are rebuilding yourself. When you attract this person, when they finally come into your life, you yourself are going to have rebuilt yourself, rebirthed, and you're going to have such a foundation, such a structure built out of self-confidence, knowing your self-worth, loving yourself, taking care of yourself, and boundaries. The walls that you build are going to be very, very structured. Maybe not the walls so much, but yeah, we need walls, right? And then that gives us the ability to just only invite the ones in that we want to invite in, right? And so, boundaries are there for a reason. If you allow somebody in, into your heart, and you notice that they're not very respectful of you, they're not honoring your spoken boundaries, then you can, kindly ask them to leave. Basically is what is going on here, okay? So very, very beautiful, very grounding, very centered energy, and just a vision of a very structured, very sturdy, very long-lasting, resilient. Resilient, that's a big one. Resilient, I see resiliency here. So it doesn't matter what storms come, you know, to this connection. Once it finally manifests in the 3D and it's actually, you know, functioning, there's not going to be, there's not going to be anything that can tear it apart, okay? Because it's going to be very strong, very sturdy, very loving, very respectful, and this person is going to not only respect your boundaries, but honor them, okay? And they're going to respect you so much, and they're going to really love the way that you stand up for yourself, the way that you honor yourself. I mean, they are really going to love that about you, okay? All right, next what we're going to look at is just some more information, some more details about this connection, okay? We've got the Stargazing Oracle. I got this from Etsy. We've got your life story hasn't yet unfolded. You're meant to fulfill your divine contract. And then we've got the South Node. Okay, you guys, so this is your future spouse is somebody that you've had past lives with. And you do actually have a contract with them. Like your two souls, your two souls contracted with each other to experience this lifetime together, okay? And we'll get some more information about, you know, what part of the story hasn't unfolded yet. I get a sense that there's still some things that you need to do. There's still a part of your journey left that you need, your journey that you need to go on alone before this person can, this connection can fully manifest, okay? Let's see, and then we've got a powerful move, beautiful engaging, and then sacred reverence. Okay, so this person is, they, sorry, old habit. This person is, their energy is so beautiful, very well balanced, very grounded. And they are not afraid of taking risks, but they don't do so hastily, okay? They are very calculated. They are very, they're well researched, very intelligent, very smart. And they are going to come along and they're going to help free you in a way. They're going to either help free, here it says they're going to help free your heart. All right. Awesome. Or that could actually be the thing. So there's kind of like a two-part, not a two-part message, but there's two different messages here. So this person is either going to come along and help free the remnants of your heart that you have left behind a cage, and or this could be the part of the life story that hasn't unfolded yet. You need to learn how to do this for yourself. And that could be part of the boundaries. You know, oops, I had it stuck in there pretty well. And that actually, I'm getting that very strongly. Part of the story, and God, look at those colors. How pretty. So we got a lot of sacral, solar plexus energy coming through, and then we've got heart energy coming through. And so this is saying that you can come out of your cage and let your boundaries protect you. Okay, you are free and you are safe to come out of your cage. This is alluding to maybe a lot of heartbreak in the past, possibly even very, you know, fairly recently. This isn't anything new though. Like, this heartbreak isn't anything new. This isn't just one relationship. It's multiple relationships across the board, not necessarily romantic relationships. Like, possibly you've been hurt from not just romantic relationships, but even, like, close friendships, like very disillusioned about relationships in general. Maybe you've had a tendency to give from a very pure heart, pure intentions, just loving, always seeing the good and the best in people, and then to turn around and realize at some point in your life that not everyone is like you. In fact, most people aren't. And so that disillusionment caused you to kind of put walls and cages up around your heart because you didn't necessarily, you had a propensity to give your heart away on a platter, pretty much to anybody, without qualifying them first. And your way of qualifying someone was to lock yourself up, lock your heart up, and then, you know, basically needing people to jump through hoops to prove themselves to you. Loosely saying, you know, this is a general reading. So, and what I mean by jumping through loops is just, you know, keeping them at arm's length to a certain extent, closing yourself off, and it's really taking you a while to warm up to people. I mean, maybe people warm up to you very, very quickly, but it may take a while for you to warm up to them. They may not even be aware that that is happening with you. But so this is part of, so this person is going to show you and mirror this back to you, that you are safe. Your heart is safe, and your heart is going to be safe with this person. Very much so. This person is going to love you with all their heart, and you're going to experience a calmness with this person that you may not have been able to experience with anyone else. Like, you know, whereas in past relationships, whether they be romantic or not, there was always a feeling of, you know, when's the other shoe gonna drop? Maybe even some anxiety in those relationships, like, you know, having a tendency to read too much in between the lines. And with this person, you may not even be able to understand it. It's just going to be something that's not going to be there. Of course, it's going to be with how they, you know, how they treat you, how they respond to you, how they show up and stuff like that. But even if there is like a break in tradition, what's that word? There's a break in pattern. Like if there's a pattern established between you and this person, and there's a small break in that pattern, it's not going to send you into a tailspin emotionally. You're just going to have a feeling that you're safe with this person, and you're just, you know, if for whatever reason, you know, they go several hours without answering a text or something like that, you're going to feel so safe and secure with this person. You're automatically, you know, you're not going to automatically think the worst, right? Yeah, so this person is really, really going to turn things around for you, with you, in a good way, okay? And sacred reverence, they are really, like I said, they're going to honor your boundaries. They're going to respect your boundaries. They're going to be very protective of you in a good way. Very protective. Maybe there's something about your childhood, about your upbringing, or there's something about prior experiences in your relationships where you relaying those experiences to this person is going to make them want to just embrace you and protect you and shield you from any, you know, any future pain and stuff like that, not in an unhealthy way. You're just going to feel so safe and secure with this person is really what it is. And you're just going to know that you know that you know that you have nothing to fear with this person. Nothing at all. All right, so let's look at more information about whatever the story is where it says your life story hasn't unfolded. Let's look more about where that's coming from. So we've got some tarot here. I've got the Hanged Man, the Three of Swords, Ace of Cups, the Seven of Cups reversed, Two of Swords. Okay, yep, I see what's going on. And then we got the Three of Cups reversed. All right. So yes, there's heartache here. And I do see this the heart being suspended and caged up. That's there as well. And this is also telling me that, yeah, it wasn't just one incident, and it wasn't just in any kind of relationship. It was all across the board. Very disillusioned. You are waking up out of that, though, if you haven't already. So this is talking about just disillusionments, dreams that quite didn't turn out as planned, possibly sleepwalking through life. But you're waking up out of that. And there's so much energy coming through. There's definitely a sense of suspension, not knowing where to go in a transition, and you're at a point in life and you don't know if it's point, you know, path A or path B. Feeling stuck. Definitely a feeling stuck. So the part of your life that is that has yet to unfold all lies in being able to take your eyes off of the hurt, the tragedy of whatever happened in the past, whatever was lost, taking your eyes off of the hurt and the pain, and reverting your attention to the joy that surrounds you in any which way that you can. There are people out there that can be trusted, that will have your best interests in mind. You know, that can, you know, pets, children, hobbies, the fact that you woke up this morning, the fact that your loved ones woke up this morning, the fact that even if, you know, you're suffering a loss where one of your loved ones didn't wake up this morning, you know, they're still with you because only their vessel is gone. They are still here. We're eternal, right? And so looking at the beauty, reverting your eyes and your attention to the beauty that still surrounds you. Right now it's raining outside, and rain just for me is such a calming and beautiful sight. The greenery, you know, it's so easy to only focus on the bad. It takes some training, and that's what it is. Training. You have to make it a habit to, on purpose, give thanks and feel grateful for the beauty in life, for the good, for what you have to be joyful for, right? And so that's part of the unfolding of your life that needs to be experienced before this person can, this connection can solidify and you can experience it in this lifetime. Okay. All right, so let's look at some timing. Let's see, like I said, I'm picking up anywhere between, you know, within 30 days up to about 3 months. But let's look at some astrological markers to kind of see if we can narrow that down a little bit, okay? All right, so we got 9, which is the 9th house. That could be Sagittarius season. That could be 9 days, 9 weeks. Okay, we've got, the moon. So that would be like within the next 28 days. That's also Cancer season. And then here we have, that is Gemini, which we are currently in Gemini season. All right, so let's see, 9 days to about 9 weeks, Cancer season. This is a timeless reading, okay? Sagittarius seasons coming through, Gemini seasons coming through. All right, so there's some possible timetables for when this connection will, you know, be established. All right, next we're looking at just some information about your future spouse, okay? This is the fun part. Let's see. Comes from overseas. So that doesn't necessarily mean that they were born from overseas. Maybe there's a job that they are, you know, they're stationed overseas. Maybe they work overseas. And maybe their family heritage is overseas. But there's definitely a sense of how am I wanting to put it? A part of their heart for some reason is overseas. Be it family, be it that's where they were born, that's where they're working, something like that, okay? Has lost a loved one within the last year. Music will be playing when they ask you out. At least 1/3 of their body is covered in tattoos. And then they will come into your life when you least expect it. Fun, fun. Okay. Let's see. Next, we are going to figure out what steps to take to align yourself more with this connection and with this person. Okay. Here we have illusions. Yep, that's that 7 of Cups coming through. Solitude. Oh, there's that more of that Hanged Man energy coming. And then transformation. So there might need to be some more time spent alone. There might be some illusions, some disillusion that needs to be faced, that needs to be acknowledged. In solitude, that means no distractions, you guys. No Facebooking or social media or TikTok or anything like that. It needs to be time spent by yourself, no distractions, just you and your shadow. Okay, but that's where the transformation is going to come out of. Sometimes this can be so hard, you guys, and I completely understand because I've been there. This can be a hard thing to do. You know, just you and your mind and your feelings and your memories and, you know, your hurt and your pain and just sitting with that and working through it. That can be very difficult. But these are the steps that your future spouse is telling you that needs to be done in order to align with their energy so that this connection can be established and actually kicked off. So the two of you can finally get this contract going, right? All right, last we have, actually no, it's not last. These are some actual direct messages from your future spouse to you. Here we have, I know I messed up big time. So this could mean one of two things depending on your journey so far. If this is someone that you don't currently know, this just means, I'm actually getting that this is probably mutual. There may have been something possibly on both sides, not affiliated with this person at all. But you did something that they or you or both did something that kind of caused a derailment from this path. Like the two of you may have supposed to have met by now. Like this contract should have started already, but they did something and or you did something that delayed it, okay? And it's not necessarily that, you know, you messed up big time. You know, these are just a message that comes through from the cards that are designed, and this is the closest to the message they wanted to say. So, yeah, not necessarily like, oh, you missed it big time, there's no coming back. No, not like that at all. It's just a deviation from the plan. Things should have popped off by now, but something happened, you did something, and or they did something that kind of derailed the connection. And now you guys are right back on track, as this is saying. Okay, you guys are back on track, things are good, you know, full steam ahead. Be honest with me. So they're going to very much respect and appreciate honest and direct communication. And I'm also hearing that this person has a really good lie detector and bullshit radar. So that's just them letting you know, like, you know, if there's something that's really hard for you to share, wrap your mind around telling this person that up front, because they're going to find out in some way, shape, or form anyway. Okay, don't hide it from them. And unless we have You Are My Queen. Aww. So they're really going to honor you, honor the feminine energy in you. Okay, feminine, masculine energy. It has nothing to do with gender. We're all made up of feminine, masculine energy. This person is going to very much honor and respect and adore the feminine in you. Okay, very much so. All right, last we have the final message from them to you, and it says, am I letting fear stop me? Okay, so are you, pile 1, letting fear stop you? Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is that you are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable. But it's up to you to see that by taking action. So today's soul action, be brave and do it scared. Choose one fear and move through it. You are in need of a hero, so that is who you will become. So some of you might still be lingering on to a past toxic connection because you're afraid of the unknown, right? And there's, you know, not, and I'm feeling like that connection is finally fading, but there is still a part of you that is still kind of lingering to this connection because there's a fear of vulnerability, be it financial vulnerability, emotional vulnerability, mental vulnerability of some sort, of completely detaching from this relationship without having this one with your future spouse established yet. Okay, so that message is for some of you. For the rest of you, it's just a fear of opening up, allowing yourself to be seen fully, and sharing everything with someone, regardless of how, you know, what you fear your opinion of them is going to be. Their opinion of you is going to be. Sorry. Okay. All right, you guys. Pile 1, thank you so much for joining me on this reading. I really enjoy, you know, the honor of being able to read for you. So do me a favor, if this video helped you out at all, just, you know, click that like button, share, subscribe, comment. I so value your feedback, and I will be back with another reading soon. Thanks, you guys. Well, hey, pile 2. If you chose the Mookaite tumble, this is going to be your reading today. And what we're going to be looking at is messages. We're going to channel some messages from your future spouse, okay? And we'll be looking at some things like the energy that is making your connection up right now, the energy supporting your connection, getting some information about your future spouse, you know, delving into maybe personality, what's been going on in their life, where they are at compared to where you are at, what you can do to align yourself to this connection. We'll even be looking at possible timing when you might meet this person if you don't know them already. And actually, pile 2, for many of you, I'm getting a sense that this person is already in your life. This may be a connection you've already had established with somebody, and you might quite possibly be in separation with this person. If that does not resonate with you, that just simply means, you know, you're the other subset. So let's just look at what the reading is going to say about your future spouse. So first, we've got a couple of oracle cards here that are going to let us know, number 1, what energy is making up your connection with your future spouse currently, and also we're going to find out what energy is currently supporting this connection, okay? What energy is coming through to support the connection in a good way. So here we've got clogged up with negativity and past some challenges going on. Then here we've got balance. Okay, so on your side, because, you know, this is when I do my readings, I do it from a proactive standpoint. You know, especially if you're not knowing who your spouse is, there's no sense really in saying what your spouse needs to do, or your future spouse needs to do, you know, because they're not watching this reading, you are. So any kind of information that comes up is from a standpoint of you and how you're contributing to the connection and what you can do to help align yourself with this connection better, okay, on your part. So here what this is telling me is that the connection between you and your future spouse is very clogged as far as you're contributing to it. And there may be some past resentments, feelings of rejection and bitterness. Now, if this is someone, for those of you whom this represents someone you've already had a connection with, you're in separation right now, there may be some dealings between the two of you that need to be healed. Okay, there may be some transgressions, some bad behaviors on one or both of your parts, maybe some doubts as to whether or not this person can change. And the fact that this person is coming through as your future spouse, you know, whether you're already married to them or not, or maybe that's part of what, you know, you're hoping will happen. This simply means that the connection between you and this person was made prematurely before both of you had a chance to heal, okay? Now, for those of you who haven't met your future spouse yet, this is a connection that has yet to be established. This simply means that that connection is being clogged up possibly by past experiences, you know, in past relationships with different people. There may be some residual resentment that you're holding on to from a past relationship that has nothing to do with this future spouse. But that energy of unforgiveness is blocking this connection from being able to manifest and be firmly established, okay? So definitely a need to look at your belief system, check out, you know, any kind of negativity mentally and emotionally that you might be feeling, because energetically that is what you're attracting, okay? So if your future spouse is someone who is very balanced, and they're in a whole different place mentally and emotionally than you are, that connection's not going to be able to happen because of this block that's happening right here, okay? All right, so let's look at some more information about your future spouse. And I will leave the, you'll find out what the decks are in the description if you're curious. I'll start doing that now. Sorry that I haven't done it before. All right, so first we've got the Stargazing Oracle. I bought this from Etsy. We've got 8th house energy, Cancer energy coming through. Okay, and then Aquarius. And so this could be talking about some placements in their astrological chart. There could be, you know, Scorpio, Cancer, or Aquarius. But as far as this person's personality goes, they're very unique. That Aquarian energy is very unique, very innovative, very inventive, very eccentric, independent, edgy, trendsetters usually, or maybe not even trendsetters. That's more Libra and Leo energy. They break the patterns is what Aquarius does, okay? So, yeah, very much like into sci-fi type of stuff. I mean, they love that. Possibly very centered on family oriented is coming through. Introverted, centered on, like I said, home and family. There may be an air of insecurity with this person when it comes to their really close relationships, the relationships where they feel like home. Doesn't necessarily mean a blood family, but, you know, there may be codependence on family relationships. You know, those relationships, again, that feel very much like family to this person. And then very edgy, very passionate, very sexual, very private in some ways. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we're going to find out. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Just some more information on them. We've got smoke and mirrors, land between, and let it go. So I'm feeling that they're on a similar journey as to what you are. Okay. So while you have some work to do with, you know, getting past relationships, past disappointments, things like that, so do they. They also have some work to do when it comes to their own belief systems, the stories that they tell themselves, about the world in general, and stuff like that. Okay. And they're very much they're feeling in a transition. They're in between one phase, like one phase is ending, and they're kind of in between from one phase ending and then the next phase starting. They're kind of in limbo right now. Okay. And then, of course, this says let it go. So they also have some things they need to let go of, whether that's in regards to you personally, your relationship you may have had with this person. This may simply mean that they need to let go of whatever conditioning they have, as opposed to what roles they think they need to play versus what, you know, their other half needs to play. They may have some stereotypes to get over when it comes to relationships. A mother wound is coming through here. Okay. So there's definitely a feeling that a distorted feminine is what's coming through. I had to figure out how to communicate that distorted feminine. And so there's some healing, there's some belief patterns, there's some stereotypes, old antiquated ways of thinking that need to be let go of as far as what they think what feminine energy, how it should look, how it should be expressed, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's definitely coming through for some of you. All right. So they have their own healing journey that they need to be on too. Okay. And their journey very much mirrors yours in a lot of the same ways, whether you know this person or not. Okay. So here we've got some information about you. So we got the Two of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Sun. It's always a happy card. And then the Knight of Cups. All right. You too are in that land of in between. A lot of heartache. Maybe even possibly some disillusionment. Like, wow, I thought I knew you and I don't. There's a feeling that when you first met this person that got you to this point, and maybe this is a pattern for you. So for those of you that haven't met this person, this is just talking about your past relationships. For those of you where this person that you already know, this is speaking of that relationship in the past. Okay. So this person showed up in your life very cavalier, very loving, very kind of take charge in the realm of emotions, really like swept you off your feet kind of energy. But not too overwhelming. Like they really, they knew what to say, they knew what to do to capture your heart and stuff like that. And then something happened that caused you to look at this person and you're like, I don't know who you are. Like, who are you? This is not the person that I fell in love with. Who are you? The good news is, though, the fact that the Sun card precedes the Three of Swords, which is all about heartache. You know, as dark and as stormy and as depressing as this time has been, because there's some heavy energy coming through here, except for this card right here. This is simply saying that no matter how dark the skies are, no matter how dark your environment is, the sun is going to shine again, okay? Either this person coming into your life is going to be that ray of sunshine, or this ray of sunshine is going to break through all the negative heavy energy that has been blocking and or making up this connection with this person. Okay, so yeah, just a lot of misunderstandings, miscommunication, and some of you have experienced what we would call love bombing. I don't get that this person necessarily did that on purpose. I think, you know, in the very beginning, when they were, you know, giving you those things, giving you that attention, telling you those compliments and stuff, I believe they sincerely meant it. And then their faulty programming from their past took over. Okay, what I'm hearing to tell you is, as hard as it may be to do, try not to take it personally. This person, you know, did love you. And again, this is for people, if you don't know this, if you don't know your future spouse right now, this is speaking of a past relationship that really led you to this energy that is blocking that connection, okay? Or it could be for those of you that do know this person, okay? It's just take whichever one resonates for you. You know, they do love you. They did love you, do or did, wherever that is at. They just were not in a space to be able to, they didn't have the energy or the ability to continue with that same momentum. It had nothing to do with you, okay? It was where they were at in their own soul level journey, okay? But like I said, you know, this is always a really happy card when it pops up. I mean, I'm glad that we got this card, because this is literally like the ray of sunshine in this very heavy gray kind of energy. All right, so that's good news. All right, so we're gonna look at some fun stuff about this connection, about this person in general, kind of maybe give you more clues as to who this might be. They want to send you a message. Okay, that could be literal and that can be spiritual. Can speak more than one language fluently, has a tendency to be forgetful or late. Your paths will cross during the next air sign season, which as of the filming of this video, we're currently in Gemini. And then it says they called you the other night. So this is, I feel like for most of the people that picked this pile, most of you already know this person. Okay, some of you have already had a relationship with this person. Okay, yeah, okay. Now next, let's see. So as far as like wanting to send you a message goes, for those of you who haven't met this person currently, their spirit, their higher self is constantly in contact with you, constantly. You're either meeting each other in your dreams, you know, traveling together astrally, or you could just simply be picking up on, you know, their messages to you. Like I'm getting a vision of them looking up at the moon, you know, and just kind of wondering, you know, where you're at. You know, maybe not to the extent that you are, but every now and again, they'll just kind of get this longing in their spirit and in their soul for you. All right. So good stuff. All right, now we're going to look at some possible timing. Okay. Oh, that one wanted to come out. All right, so we got the fourth house, which is Cancer. Can you see that? All right. Let's see what else we got coming up. Pisces, and I think that's Neptune. So there's a lot of air energy coming up in here. I guess more water than anything. So we've got the fourth house is ruled by Cancer, so that could be Cancer season. This could be 4 weeks, 4 months. I don't think it's going to be 4 years, although it depends on where your soul level healing is at. We've got Pisces coming through, so Pisces season, which we've already passed. So possibly into next year, and then Neptune, I believe, is that is, God, what sign is ruled by Neptune? You guys, you'll have to put that in the comments. For some reason, my mind is failing me, but whatever planet is ruled by Neptune, I'm wanting to say, is it Pisces? I'm not sure. Huh. I was going to say I would look it up right now, but my other phone is charging. Bummer. Sorry, you guys. All right. So there we go. We got Cancer, Pisces seasons. We've got 4 weeks, possibly 4 months. So for the most part, probably within about a year and a half. Okay. And that means for those of you who haven't met your person yet, give it, from today, maybe clear on to about a year and a half that you'll meet this person. If this is someone you already know, like a past relationship that you've had, that's going to be the amount of time that it's going to take both of you guys to complete the soul level healing that is needed for you guys to come back together and experience a loving and balanced relationship. Okay. All right, let's see. Next we have some direct messages from your future spouse, their higher self to you. It says, be honest with me. Okay, so 8th house Scorpio energy, as well as like, there are a lot of water energy coming through. So what this is telling me is this person, as well as you, both of you guys might be highly, highly intuitive, sensitive, psychic. And so, they're going to have a really in tune bullshit detector. So, they're just like, don't, be honest with me if there's something from your past, or if there's, secrets that you don't feel comfortable sharing that that they need to know, just tell them right off the bat, because they're going to find out some way, shape, or form later. Okay, so just be honest with them. They appreciate honest and straightforward and forthright communication. And actually, you guys, this reading is very, very much in sync with the with pile 1. Okay, so if you were kind of vacillating between pile 1 and pile 2, maybe definitely go back and check out pile 1. There might be some things there that also can add to this reading. Okay. It says, yes, you're my queen. So I say that because there's a lot of the same cards are coming up for this pile that pile 1 did. These two were one of them. Okay. A lot of these other cards are doubles from pile 1 as well. So, like I said, if you were kind of torn between picking pile 1 and pile 2, that's probably why, because there's a lot of synchronicities here. Okay. And then you've touched the depths of my soul. So you guys very much have a feeling that you're already in touch with this person. You already know them. Whether you have established a relationship with them or not, romantically, this is someone who, whether they have outwardly expressed it or not, and that might be part of their healing journey, is being able to express themselves authentically. Some of that Aquarian energy that's coming through is just, being very detached from their emotions and just out of kind of like going through the motions as far as, just voicing what they think, they should be feeling and speaking out of that. Like what's coming through is they have a really difficult time connecting to themselves authentically. Like they have a hard time even knowing who and what they really are. People who are not that close to them maybe not even be able to pick up on that, but it's quite possibly that you have. And so And if this is someone that you don't know currently, then this is just letting you know how they're going to be with you, okay? For those of you who still have yet to meet this person, you're already touching the depths of their soul. They're already connecting to your energy as you're connecting to them as well. I know like a year and a half seems like a while away, but actually in the grand scheme of things, that is actually not a lot of time at all. And your connection with this energy is going to deepen and strengthen the closer that the time comes that you guys actually meet. But the way that you're going to be able to, speed up that time frame is really going through doing the shadow work, doing the inner healing work, the inner child work, all of that good stuff to clear up this energy block that is influencing this connection in a negative way. Okay, keep it from manifesting. All right, here we've got some actual steps to take to help you better align with this connection so that it can happen much quicker, so you can do your part to help this energy align faster. We've got reflection, solitude, and then transformation. There is a lot. I know solitude came up for pile 1. I'm thinking transformation or something very similar came up for pile 1 as well. So I mean, it's insane how close these readings are. So there's definitely a sense here that you need to take some time, get away from the distractions, to sit with yourself, sit with your thoughts. If you journal, you can do that too. Just whatever way that you find sifting through your thoughts about certain things, your thoughts and your feelings about having, what true love is, what it looks like, what expectations are you, expecting versus what is actually showing up and stuff like that. But mainly looking to see if you've got any residual resentments, any residual disappointments, any residual hurt and pain from past experiences and relationships that still need to be worked through. Okay, because regardless of whether you already know this person or not, that energy is still there, and it is still influencing the probability of this relationship coming to pass anytime soon. All right, so if you're someone that might have kind of a hard time sitting with yourself for too long, this is what's being suggested, because this has to happen on your side. Not to say that they don't have work to do either. If you already know this person, then you already know what's going on with them. If you don't know this person, this is just simply letting you know on your end, this needs to happen before this connection can come to pass. Okay, and the way to do that is to sit and allow your thoughts to surface, because some of the thoughts you may not even be aware of, like they're subconscious, they're below below conscious awareness, they're hidden. Look at any kind of sabotaging behaviors that come up when you're sitting down trying to get in touch with that part of yourself. Is your first instinct to get your phone, to check email, Facebook, or social media, whatever it is you're watching, TikTok, whatever, Snapchat, whatever's coming up, is it something where, you might employ some coping mechanisms, because there's some clues there as to what's going on. Okay, so yeah, a lot of self-reflection needs to happen, and once this occurs, then the connection between you and your future spouse is going to happen very, very quickly. All right, you guys, we got some final messages here, and then this will conclude our reading. So we have here, and actually it was supposed to be one card, but 2 of them popped out for you. All right, so it says, how can I deepen my trust right now? Trust, surrender, let go of the wheel. You can trust. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety, and when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. For today's soul action, let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos and be certain with yourself so you can deepen your trust in others. So that may be part of the clogged up negativity, having a hard time to really open up your heart. and allowing other people, other people in. Next, we got, how can I be more flexible right now? What are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. Remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. Then do some yoga. All right, so a sense of maybe even part of clearing up this clogged up negativity is looking at how rigid your belief system might be. What is it that's, looking at your deal breakers. Some deal breakers, obviously some boundaries and stuff are needed, but look at some of the things and figure out, okay, am I making it impossible for this connection to have, because I have some, deal breakers that are going to make me not notice this person, or that's going to keep this connection from actually coming to pass. All right. Just a sense of rigidity coming through, and it might just be because of past experiences. A broken heart, it can produce so much pain. I know that, and I understand that from personal experience. It makes it really difficult to allow for flexibility in relationships, simply as a protection mechanism, right? And so putting these two together really gives me a sense of just needing to be more free with your heart. And instead of building walls around yourself emotionally, let the walls come down and just put some boundaries in place, because the boundaries will let you know who you can trust, who to let in and who to keep out. You don't need walls, though, all right? Well, there's a difference between walls and boundaries, okay, you guys? All right, you guys, thank you, Pile 2, for joining me on your reading today. I'm so honored that you sat with me. If this reading helped you at all, do me a favor and smash that like button, like, share, subscribe, comment. I value your feedback more than you know, okay? And I look forward to reading for you again sometime very soon. Bye, Pile 2. Pile 3. You guys, if you chose the Malachite tumble, this is going to be your reading, and we're going to be channeling some messages from your future spouse, okay? So we're going to be looking at some really cool things, like trying to check for possible timing, some information about your future spouse, what messages they have for you in general, how you can, the steps that you can take to better align to this connection so that it can manifest quicker, where this connection is in its, in its energetic development, a whole bunch of cool stuff, okay? So let's just get into it. So first we're going to look at where this connection is at right now, and then what energy is coming through to support this connection in its manifestation, okay? And so first we've got even better. So this is going to be the creme de la creme of all relationships, like, whatever it is, like the sky's the limit as far as like what your, like the fairy tale book ending. That's what's coming through. If you've been in a prior relationship, and possibly if you're having a hard time getting over that relationship because you're not really quite sure that you're going to be able to find, quote unquote, find better, this is letting you know right here that this upcoming connection is going to, like, just knock your socks off. You're going to be so happy. All right, so such a good start to the reading. All right, next we have nature's cycles, and look at that, it's the Malachite pentagram, and you chose the Malachite tumble. So Malachite is a very transformative, a very grounding, transformative stone. It connects with the heart chakra. There is a little bit of centering and grounding in the stone to kind of help ground in, to keep you grounded while you're healing. And there is some definitely some energy coming in through Gaia to kind of help with keeping you balanced and centered. Okay, so beautiful energy. I'm hearing like the universe really wants this connection to happen, like as soon as possible. This is a connection that is meant to help you achieve part of your life purpose here. So this connection is part of that journey, and I feel like this person is really going to, in whatever way, shape, or form, whether, you know, it's going to be actual help in the physical realm, or maybe it could just be their energy, like their energy is that missing piece. Maybe they've got connections, they've got resources, they've got access to different things that maybe they're going to help open up some doors for you, or it could just be that their energy, their presence in your life is going to just have some kind of influence on you, to where it's whatever blinders you may have had on, whatever limitations you may have been operating under. I feel like they're like, whatever lock is inside of you, like they're going to be that key. Oh my gosh, that is just amazing, you guys. Whew, amazing. All right. We've got next, we're going to find out some more information about your future spouse. Okay. Where they're at in life right now. So we've got the pink moon, the waning moon. So there is some conflicting energy here. Then we've got the blood moon. Oh my gosh. Okay. Man, how do we put this in words? This person is, they're go, 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 but they also know there's a part of them that needs to rest and kind of pull back a little bit. And there's this constant inner push and pull with their dynamic. And so there's definitely a need in their life for some grounding as well. And actually, this is kind of what's coming through for them at the present. Like, this energy of the blood moon, of a blood moon, is really coming through to kind of help balance this out. Okay, there's some belief systems that they have that are outdated. And then there's also kind of a sense of a new belief system that's coming in, but it's difficult because there's still that inner push and pull, right? And this is why that's there. So there's a lot of shadow work. This person is going through some kind of a transformation, some kind of an inner transformation is happening with them. And it feels like it's the very early stages of that for them. Let's see. Next we have Call of the Muse. It's a very spiritual feeling. A grand symphony. And then a burst of magic. So, okay. Now, this could be that this person has had a literal spiritual awakening. They're either going through one, or they've had some kind of an epiphany lately. Like, I'm seeing their mind open up. Just completely open up to something. Beautiful. Their heart, too. This feels like a profound spiritual awakening on their part. Like, that's what they're currently going through. And they've been embedded in the physical 3D kind of matrix for a while, and now they're feeling the call to go the other way. So they've been go, 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 go for a while. But, you know, they've had something open to their heart and their mind. An awakening is what's coming through. And they're wanting to tap more into their creative feminine energy side. And, you know, we're not talking about men or women. We're not talking about genders or anything like that. We're just talking about each of us has an inner feminine, inner masculine, inner yin and yang. And this person's inner feminine is being awakened, which in someone who's been masculine dominant, even if that is their natural disposition, is to be mostly masculine energy dominant, having that, you know, having balance between the masculine and the feminine, it's a beautiful, beautiful sight. Okay, beautiful. So this person, oh, beautiful. Their energy feels very good, you guys. Very good. Now we're going to talk about you. Let's talk about you. All right. We've got the Six of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, The Ten of Cups. Oh, your energy is beautiful too. And then the Two of Swords. You guys, oh my gosh, I can see why this connection is going to be such a beautiful one. Oh my gosh. You guys are going to be like that perfect couple that everybody envies. It's going to be beautiful. I feel like you've been doing some of your work too. And even if you haven't, maybe it's just that, you know, you feel so healthy. You really do. You feel fun and adventurous. You feel up for anything. You feel very generous, very loving, tender and nurturing. You may even love kids, or, you know, had a very fond memory of your childhood. Just a very, like, beautiful energy. There is a sense here that there's something going on where you're feeling kind of caught in between. And this might allude to some of you might be kind of stuck on a past relationship, kind of having a hard time letting go. But overall, your guys' is okay. So I can feel that your guys' energy together, and that connection is so beautiful in every way. I think out of all my relationship readings, this has been like the best one so far. Oh, beautiful. All right, let's find out more about some more information out about them, like some more like practical information. It says your paths will cross after you make a final decision. So this could allude to if you're still stuck on a past relationship, maybe you and this other person are lingering. That could be it. This could also be possibly a move. Maybe you're having a hard time with wanting to let an old job go, because maybe a move is in there. What this is simply saying, though, there's some kind of a decision. You're stuck in the middle between two decisions, between a transition. And once you make that decision, that's what's going to kick into motion the events that need to happen for the two of you to finally, your paths to cross, okay? This person makes something valuable with their own hands. So this goes back to like the call of the muse. Woodworking, painting, sculpting, pottery, ceramics, something like that. They make something, they may even make money by this. Okay. But I do definitely feel like they are a very creative person with their hands. Very creative. They have a tendency to be forgetful or late. Wears a meaningful accessory often, and what's coming through is something on the wrist. All right, maybe a wristwatch, and it can be something from maybe a loved one who may have passed, or something that was handed down from one generation to the next. Called you the other night. So some of you already know this person. Some of you already know them. This doesn't, for most of you, this is not coming through though as someone that you've already had a romantic relationship with. Okay, so some of you do already know this person. You might be an acquaintance. You may have met just kind of in passing. You may actually even be friends with this person. Okay, yeah. So a little bit tidbits for you. Let's look at some possible timing. So we're going to look at some astrological markers to just kind of give us some idea of when this event is going to take place, this connection. When are you going to meet them? And what came out is Aries. So we got Aries season in there. Let's roll these dice real quick. We got the 5th house, which is Leo. And then I believe this is Mercury. Yeah, so I think Mercury is Gemini. And there might even be another one. Is it Mercury and Virgo? Okay, so Gemini, Virgo season. We got Leo in the house. We got Aries in the house. And so we can do Aries season, Leo season, Gemini season, Virgo season. Or we can also look at 5 weeks up to maybe 5 months. Okay. I don't think 5 years is going to be, I don't think it's going to be that long. All right, so the furthest season that's out right now is Aries, and it's about April of next year. So between now and about maybe April of next year is when this connection is possibly going to manifest for you guys, okay? All right, now let's look at some direct messages from your higher self. We've got, I miss you, no one else compares. So this might be a secret admirer. And it could just mean that, you know, if this connection is one from like a past life, they miss that energy. They miss your energy. Okay. They have a sense, even if they've never met you yet, of what your energy feels like, and they long and they yearn for that. And next we got your spirit is all around. I just said that. So they're feeling your energy, but they long to be in your actual presence, okay? It says, I'm confused about what I want right now. So they're feeling a lot of what you're feeling. And I think we even talked about that in some of the other cards as well. So there's a feeling with them as well of some kind of a inner push and pull. Okay, and this isn't necessarily having anything to do with you. There's something going on with their life right now where they also have to make a choice. Okay, there's some kind of a choice that they need to make, and they're not really quite sure which path that takes. Okay, and that's not necessarily has anything to do with you. It's just letting you know where they're at right now. All right. Next we have some action steps that you can take, some things that you can do that are going to help you to better align yourself with the energy of this connection so that it can help it along, help it manifest a little bit faster. All right. We've got partnership, distraction, and then truth. Okay. So the need to be authentic, and if that is something you have a hard time doing, and I don't really feel that you do though, but truth is a very important component in this relationship, and so it's just letting you know that that's going to be a big deal. So like upon meeting this person, that's going to be one of the things that the two of you honor the most about each other, is just, you know, loyalty, honesty, faithfulness, things like that. And if there's any kind of a lingering doubt as to, you know, regarding your past experiences in past romantic relationships, any fears about getting into another one or anything like that, don't fear being in connection with somebody. And definitely harness the desire or the need or I should say the urge to distract yourself from whatever it is you're needing to do. And what is coming up is the distraction that is taking you away from the ability to finally make the decision that you need to make before this connection can come to pass. Okay? Whatever decision that is. Okay, for some of you, it's going to be just leaving a relationship that hasn't been for your best and highest good finally, once and for all, without any kind of lingering energy still in your life. Like close that door. Or it could be something as like, you know, okay, I need to accept this new job offer and move. Something, okay? You're kind of in limbo and confused between what choices to make, okay? And there may have been some distracting measures, just because maybe the feeling or the pressure of making that decision is so great. But this is like, no, we need to focus on handling that issue. Take away all the distractions, look at the truth, whatever that may be, you know, weigh the choices by the truth, and then make that decision. And then once that decision is made, the ball is going to get rolling. Okay, it's going to kick into motion a series of events that's going to lead you into the path of this person. All right, so now we've got a final message from your future spouse, and it says, who am I ready to forgive? I am not what happened to me. I am who I choose to become. Is it time to let go, forgive, and move onward? Is your soul ready to forgive someone else or yourself? Forgiveness brings sweet release, freedom, and insight. Look at it from their shoes. Notice how you grew and what you learned. Who do you want to become, and how is this resistance holding you from what your soul wants? Today's soul action: write a forgiveness letter, then practice the, I don't even know how to explain that or how to pronounce that, sorry. Practice the prayer today while thinking of the person you are ready to forgive. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. That's what that is. I do know that, but I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry, you guys. All right, so that is your reading for today. If this video helped you, please do me a favor and hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. I always very much honor your guys's feedback, so let me know what you thought, and I will see you guys again soon. Thank you so much, Pile 3. I really enjoyed your company. Hi, Pile 4. If you chose the Sunset Sodalite Tumble, this is your reading. We're going to be channeling some information directly from your future spouse. All right, some cool stuff is going to be we're going to be pulling through. We're going to look at some information like the energy that is currently making up this connection, where it's at right now, what you can do to kind of align yourself better with that energy. We're going to be looking at timing to get some possible information about when you guys will be meeting. We'll just look more at them to kind of get a feel for who they are and how they are. Just some really fun stuff like that, okay? We'll get some direct messages from them as well. So what we're going to look at first is going to be the energy that is connecting you guys right now, and then also the energy that is currently coming through to support this connection so that it can happen, okay? Here we've got money factors. Okay, so somehow money is affecting your love life. Maybe you're having an issue with money when it comes to dating. It could be that money is factoring into your belief system, like maybe not being where you want to be at is affecting your self-worth in a sense. Somehow money is kind of fudging this connection somehow. All right, so your connection to money is affecting your connection to this connection in some way, shape, or form, okay? Two things are jumping out for me though. It either has something to do with your lifestyle, not having enough for it, and or it's affecting your feeling of what you're worth, okay? Next, we've got transformation, the energy of transformation coming through to help with the birth of this connection, okay, to help with the establishment of this connection. All right. So there's definitely a sense of where this energy is at. This energy is coming through to kind of help, I don't want to say right this wrong, but to balance things out, okay? Because right now this energy is negatively affecting the outcome of this connection. So this energy is wanting to come through to kind of help correct that. All right. So let's look at your future spouse. Let's get some information on them. Here we've got water element. So definitely intuitive, sensitive, they're able to emotionally read people, so they might possibly be some kind of empathic. They go more off of how they feel versus logic, which is it's not a bad thing. A lot of the times what needs to be done doesn't make any logical sense, so they very much follow their intuition, they follow their heart. They know how to use logic when they need to, but they're very deeply connected with their intuition and their higher self, and that's where they check in with first, okay? We've got Chiron, which is a very healing. Chiron is known as the wounded healer. So this person could be in the midst of healing from something right now. And then we've got the fire element. Oh, yin and yang. Perfect yin and yang energy here. So they're very passionate, very assertive, very courageous, very spontaneous. Oh, I love that balance. Oh, that feels so good. And which, of course, is that balance with this healing coming through in the middle is kind of helping, you know, these two balance out. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's see what else we've got about your future spouse. Sacred reverence. Ears wide open. Yeah, I think you guys, they might be very, very gifted. Then we got earth magic. So this person loves to be outdoors. I'm getting a very shamanic vibe from this person. Now, I don't know if they're actually, if they're currently doing anything as far as, you know, shamanic works goes, but their soul is very connected to nature. They love being outdoors. There's just something to them that is so calming about being outside. Now, some of you might actually meet this person, and this person might actually be something along the lines of a shaman. Okay? Very connected to the earth, very connected to nature. Knowing how to use the different elements in such a way, in rituals and stuff, so that they can make what they want to come to pass. Very, more of a healing though. That's what's coming through, is a very shamanic energy. Whether they work as a shaman or not, their energy, their soul, that's what their energy is very much made out of. Beautiful energy, healing energy, grounded energy, wise, very intuitive, very connected, beautiful. Now we're going to find out some information about you. We got the Empress with the Six of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands. There's a journey coming through here, and then death. Okay. Now I'm getting a little bit more information on what's coming through for most of you regarding these money factors. And so it feels like you came from a very comfortable background. This could be if you're younger and maybe you grew up in a very comfortable, lavish setting. Now you're out on your own, or maybe, you know, you were living with someone who provided you with a certain kind of lifestyle. Even if it's not wealth and riches, you felt very comfortable, very taken care of. Even if this is yourself, you know, like I said, money factors into this somehow. So at some point in your life, probably very recently, you went from feeling very, you know, very provided for, very safe, very secure, feeling like, you know, there's an abundance of things. You didn't have to worry about those things. Everything, all your needs were provided in an abundance in some way. And then something happened where you had to move away from that. Okay. Now you're going from a sense of, there's definitely a feeling of maturing in this journey. And the Knight of Wands is a very fun, very fun, adventurous, you know, has prones to taking risks maybe, but there's a sense of needing to grow up a little bit here, and that's what's coming through. Like, this journey is maturing you. And then, of course, you know, the death of something is depicted here. Not the death of an actual person. That could very well be the case for some of you. That could be, you know, maybe that's part of the journey, was experiencing a loss in that way. But death could also just simply mean the death of a cycle, closing that cycle up. You know, an ending in some way, but not just a little ending, a big ending, okay, a significant ending. So that is, you know, that's what's leading you up to this point, up to date, right? So, quite a bit, you know, some heavy energies here, but there's a sense that it's wrapping up, okay? This transformation, so after death comes transformation. This is the energy that's coming through to support you now. This is what you're coming out of, okay? Death is what you're coming out of. but you have matured in this way. Okay, the Queen of Wands is very passionate. You're going to match this person's energy very much so. It's going to be a very passionate connection. Let's find out some more information about your future spouse. Just, you know, more practical things. They have an odd numbered birth here. They like to use their middle name. So possibly when you meet this person, the name they're going to give you is going to be either their middle name or some form of their middle name. Makes something valuable with their own hands. Wears a meaningful accessory often. This person might be in some kind of like, into some kind of jewelry. Like maybe they make crystals, maybe they make organite, maybe they make something like that. That's very healing, that can be worn on the body. Something along those lines. And it could just be that, you know, if they make something very valuable with their own hands. I really am getting, though, it's they make something with their own hands, but I'm getting accessories. I'm getting jewelry. Like they make jewelry. I want to say beaded even. Ooh, interesting. They do like crystals. They do like stuff like that. They do. Okay, last one we have is they have a tendency to be forgetful or late. All right, you guys. Let's look at some direct messages from them to you, okay? From their higher self, from your future spouse's higher self. It says there are hidden influences that I don't quite understand. So they are currently also going through a form of transformation. The thing about subconscious habits and belief patterns and stuff is that they are hidden. They're below the influence of conscious awareness. And so they're going through that balancing where they're not quite sure why things are going the way that they are, because those influences are still in their subconscious and they're in the process of being worked out. Okay, they're aware of that though. Release your attachment to me, then I'd rather stay in my comfort zone. All right, so when they say to release your attachment from them, it might be quite possible that your fixation on the need for this connection to come to pass is actually blocking it from happening. You know, if you think about energy attracting like energy, if you're putting out the energy of wanting and needing this connection, and there's the energetic signature of that is lack. And so you're putting that energy, I need this because I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it. So that's going to be like a wall that's keeping this person from actually manifesting into your life. Okay, so that's what it means by to release your attachment to me. Let go of needing them to show up and do the work, whatever is needed. Allow the transformation to happen so that you can be okay in the absence of this person. And once that happens, that connection, it will open up the channel between you and that person so that you can come together quicker. Okay. Yeah, and so as far as them wanting to stay in their comfort zone, there might be something hidden below the influence of their conscious awareness, maybe something in their past, maybe even a memory from a past life that is needing to come up to be healed, that they're having a really hard time facing. And they know that that is what is keeping them from being able to level up, but it's a really, really scary thing. They're having a hard time wanting to face it at this time. And so, you've got your blocks and they also have their blocks. And right now what they're saying is they're having a hard time facing theirs because it's just a really tough one for them to want to face. Okay. Next, we've got steps for you to take that will align you to this connection so that it can happen more quickly. We've got acceleration, admiration, and then authenticity. So, a need for speed. If you're dragging your feet about anything, possibly cleaning up this situation right here, this is telling you like you need to get that going. That needs to happen like ASAP. You could just be simply dragging your feet about cleaning anything up as far as, you know, whatever energies might, you know, are blocking this connection from happening. But money is pretty much the overall energy that's coming through. So there might be something with your finances that needs to be handled. And as far as admiration goes, it's just kind of like, it's a similar energy to gratitude. So this is simply saying, especially when it comes to nature, falling in love again with being outside, falling in love with nature, falling in love with earth, falling in love with the feeling of, you know, walking barefoot in the grass, if that's somewhere you're able to do that. Just things like that. And it really is kind of a sense of what it feels like to be in your body as opposed to being in your head. You know, the feeling of water running over you. Anything that has to do with senses, activating the senses in your body. And just cultivating admiration for things as opposed to wanting to focus on things to be disdained about, if that makes any sense at all. Then authenticity is just basically saying that's how you need to show up, being very comfortable with who you are authentically, your authentic self, letting the mask fall down, letting yourself just show up freely without the mask, fully as you are. No blocks, open-hearted, just unguarded. See how she is in this picture? No qualms whatsoever. She's like, here I am in my full glory, and that needs to be you, okay? Next, what we're going to look at is some astrological markers. We're going to figure out some possible timing, okay, when this connection is going to come to pass. All right, so we got Venus, which I believe is Taurus and Libra. So Taurus, Libra season. We got Sagittarius coming through. More Taurus, okay? So Taurus energy definitely coming through. And then, so Sagittarius season, Libra or Taurus season. And so, you know, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, possibly even. So this could be a connection that could take up to maybe 2 years to actually manifest, okay? So those are some astrological markers for you. And then we've got a final message from your future spouse is, what are the dominant emotions that run my life? And this is for you. So what, you know, pile 4, what are the dominant emotions that run your life, pile 4? And this says, how do you fill your day? Stress or joy, trust or anger, anxiety or peace? We have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling we seek, but when we begin filling every day with that which we value the most, we will attract more of it. I was just telling you about that. This is fulfillment. Today's soul action. Lean into what you want to feel and adjust your life, your values, and your expectations to match your desires. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? So this goes back to that, you know, release your attachment to me. Very much so. So think about what you're wanting to feel by focusing on this attachment. What feeling is that? When you learn how to feel that way already, that's when this connection, you're going to be like a magnet to this connection, and all of a sudden it's just going to be bam, right there. Okay. So exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, so are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? And this also goes back to money factors as well. This is all about law of attraction, you guys, okay? If you constantly have this record going on in your head that says, you know, I can only be worthy of someone's love if I'm A, B, C, D, or E. You know, if I'm wealthy, if I'm, you know, financially secure, if I have, you know, this kind of a job or that kind of a job, or this kind of a career or that kind of a career. And that's the only way I'm going to feel loved and adored and satisfied and worthy. You have to be able to do the work so that you feel those things first, and then everything. Then that opens the door for all of these things to come in for you. Okay. All right, pile 4, that was your reading for today. If this video helped you out at all, do me a favor and smash that like button. Also share, subscribe, comment. I look forward to your guys' feedback all the time. I will be reading for you guys again very soon. Take care, pile 4. Bye. Hello, hello, pile 5. If you chose the white rainbow moonstone, this is going to be your reading, and today we are going to be channeling messages from your future spouse. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the connection that is making up, or the energy that is making up your connection right now. What kind of energy is supporting this connection so that it can manifest quicker, healthier, and some information about your future spouse, and just all kinds of fun things. Okay, so let's get into your reading. Oh, we'll also be looking at timing too. Give you some possible dates as far as timing goes. All right, so first we're going to look at the energy that is making up this connection in the moment right now, and then we're also going to be looking at the energy that is coming through to support this connection so that it manifests. And so we got emotional fitness. Some stuff is happening or has happened that's really causing you to gain control or learn how to master your emotions. You've been doing some work on that, or you're seeing the need to do some work on that. Next, we've got the energy coming through to support it. And here we got Black Moonstone emotions. Okay, so this connection, this is coming through on both ends. Okay, so your path right now is very, very similar. Because, you know, you got the Black Moonstone, which is the feminine. Moonstone in and of itself is very feminine energy, but the colors black and white is very masculine, feminine. So there's a yin and yang effect here. So there's definitely a balance coming through to help this connection. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay. Let's find out some more information about your future spouse. It says your life story hasn't unfolded yet. So yes, they're on a journey as well. Pluto. Okay, so they've got some transformation. They're going through a period of transformation, rebirth, renewal, endings and beginnings. Double wham. We got Scorpio energy, which is basically the same thing. They're very private though. And it says here they have a tendency to be very, you know, it says jealous. That might be true for some of them, but like they're going on a very healing journey. So they might just be the distorted part of jealousy. Jealousy is the distorted part of, you know, just feeling protective of your loved ones, right? So they're going through some shadow work right now. They're definitely going through a time of healing as well. And then we've got the 4th house, which is all about family, roots, home. So there's something going on in their either their family of origin. Maybe they're doing some healing in relation to their childhood. There's some belief systems that they're working on undoing. It feels like they didn't have a very healthy childhood growing up, and they learned some dynamics that proved to be very it could birth some toxic traits in current romantic relationships. They are very, very family oriented. They do want the White House and the picket fence, and, you know, they want that family unit. And at the same time, there's kind of a contradictory, you know, there's a push and pull about it. They've got some kind of, they're working on some kind of shadow that's been affecting this sense. This is what they want. They want the family. They want the picket fence. They want the kids. They want to be able to settle down roots somewhere. But something went on in their childhood somewhere that really kind of affected this sense for most of them. Some of them, it could be, you know, if they've been married before, that could certainly be a sense of that too. Like if they had a really, what do they say, a dirty divorce? If they had a really difficult divorce, if they've been married before, that could be there as well. All right, next we have some more information about your other half. We've got Earth Magic. They love being outdoors. The Oracle's Gift. And then Smoke and Mirrors. So yeah, they got some of their own. They're definitely having some issues with their own inner chatter, their inner noise. There's a lot of the stories that they tell themselves about themselves and about what life should look like that they're needing to work on. This person has it. They've got some gifts. They've got some very, very potent gifts as far as spiritually goes. It could be it could be outward. They could be like, you know, clairsentient, clairvoyant, all that good stuff. They just might be intuitive, empathic, psychic. They can pick up on energy. They're very sensitive to energy in some way, and they love being outdoors, and maybe this is why. Maybe they love being outdoors because it helps ground these energies. There's also a sense that this person has a tendency to be too much in their heads, and they go out in nature to kind of help bring themselves back, calm themselves down, soothe their nerves type of thing. All right, let's look at you guys. Let's get some information on you, pile 5. Let's see, the 4 of Pentacles reverse, Knight of Cups, 2 of Wands, 9 of Swords, and then the Moon. Yeah, I can definitely see where this is playing in for you. You've been through quite a bit yourself, pile 5. And I'm actually getting a sense that a lot of you already know this person. Like your future spouse is somebody you're already either in a relationship with, you're either in separation with them. Like most of you, the vast majority of you are already in a relationship with this person, just broke up with this person, in separation. And it's caused you a lot of emotional, mental, a lot of turmoil. Even maybe possibly caused you to kind of engage in a lot of self-sabotaging behaviors. And a lot of that could have been hidden. There may have been a lot of things happening in this connection prior to that were hidden from you. But most of this that's coming through really is just how it affected you personally, what was going on in the relationship. And maybe some things had been hidden from you that came to light later on. There might still be some things about this relationship that are still hidden from you. Okay. Interesting. And just a sense of needing to get clear about what it is you want, what direction you're wanting to go in. And definitely spending a lot of sleepless nights. A lot of sleepless nights are coming through. All right, let's see what more we can find out. So in the sense of like, okay, so this being your future spouse, right? If, you know, for those of you who have already had a relationship with this person, what this reading is saying is that there needs to be some resolution to what happened in this relationship. because with the two of you coming back together, this is your ideal future spouse, okay? It's not saying that, you know, you're going to come back together and then just go back into the same toxic crap. That's not what it's saying. Not at all. So healing needs to happen on both sides, right? So your future spouse is going through that healing on their end, because regardless of what it may look like on the outside, what happened between the two of you actually hurt them too. If they hurt you, that hurt them. Yeah. Okay, let's look at some more information about your connection with this person. Let's see, has a pet, is a fire sun sign, goes by a nickname, speaks with an accent, has a personal pride for their collectibles. So they collect something kind of novel, you know, Fabergé eggs, they collect dolls, they collect comic books. I mean, something they collect. They collect something. All right, and let's see. What we're going to look at now is some possible timing as far as when you might meet this person, okay? And what came up first is it's Libra. So possible Libra season. Let's look what else comes up. We got the 6th house, which is Virgo season. And then we got, this is the North Node. Yes, the North Node. So the North Node just simply means being on track. So you're on track with this connection happening in a good way. Okay? And this also has a feeling of being fated. Like this relationship is one of a contract, okay? Your soul has a contract with their soul. The two of you truly are soulmates, okay? And you are supposed to be together in this lifetime. So again, Virgo season, we got Libra season. So, and this could be 6 days, 6 months, you know, clear up to 6 years. But for the vast majority of you, I don't feel like it's going to be that long. Okay, and so I think Libra season's after Virgo. Okay, so there's some possible markers for you as this timing. Now we've got some direct messages from your future spouse. That says, I acted like I didn't care, but inside it was killing me. All right, so yeah, this is for the vast majority of you who already know this person have already had a relationship with this person and are currently in separation. I know I messed up big time, and this is all I know. Okay, so this person is very, very, it weighs heavily on their conscience between what happened between the two of you. And they are currently going through the transformation that they need to go through in order to, you know, be a better person for you, to be, you know, a better counterpart for you in this relationship. If and when it does happen, you guys, you still have free will. If you choose at this point in time you're not wanting to be back with this person, that's okay. You don't have to be. And then for those of you who haven't already met this person, that is just simply saying that, you know, you guys are very much mirroring a very common, you know, your paths are very common. But for most of you, the vast majority of you, I'm saying 99% of you watching this video, you already have an established relationship with this person, okay? So that simply means that for the rest of you, you know, maybe this isn't your pile. Maybe you need to, you know, pick another pile. You're certainly welcome to do so. Okay, this is going to be information to let you know what you can do, what actions you can take, what steps to take in order to align you more on your side with this connection. We've got reflection, reconnect, and then we have release. Okay, so yes, reflection means that you need to look at your part, like whatever your past is with this person. Look at the role that you had to play in it, okay? Not to say if they did anything bad to you that you deserved that, But were there some red flags along the way that maybe you didn't honor, and maybe how were you not showing up for yourself? Things like that. So really look at your role in this relationship and how it played out, okay, in the past. All right. There, of course, there's that reconnect coming through. So that's why I'm saying this is most of you, the vast majority of you already know this person, and your future spouse is someone you've already been with. There's just some healing in that connection that needs to take place, okay? And then you got release. So release means to like let go of all past transgressions, forgive, because the person, your future spouse, is doing the work so that they're no longer going to be that person, the person that they were to you in the past. They truly, truly, truly want to change for you. They truly want to show up and be that worthy, supportive counterpart, someone that you can feel safe and secure with, okay? But in order for that to happen, all of that stuff has to be let go of, it has to be released, and you have to come back into reunion with this person as if it's a whole new relationship with no past. Okay, that's going to be the difficult part, but it can be done. All right, so final message from your future spouse. It says, how can I deepen my trust right now? Trust, surrender, let go of the will. You can trust. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety, and when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Today's soul action, let go and trust. Today, find your center in chaos, in the chaos, and be certain with yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Yeah, so that could be where this reflection is coming in. There may have been a sense of abandoning yourself, and that may have been the whole point of this connection, was to show you how you weren't showing up for yourself. And so, because you're going to be your biggest ally, so with this relationship being so soul level contract dominated, it's fate, it's destiny. They came in, both of you came into each other's lives to really basically up the ante of the soul level healing, right? And so they came in to show you how you were abandoning yourself in these connections, how you weren't showing up for yourself, how you weren't sticking up for yourself, how you weren't, standing up for yourself, things like that. Okay. And there may be a very deeply embedded distrust in your own self for when, like how can I trust myself that I won't allow myself to get back into these toxic patterns again. And so part of emotional fitness is, building that trust with yourself, building that self-care, that self-love with yourself so that, you can set boundaries and then not abandon yourself by, abandoning your boundaries when it comes into relationships with other people. But you can trust yourself. It starts with you, okay? All right, guys, that was your reading. If this gave you any value at all, do me a favor and smash that like button. Subscribe, share, and comment. I always value your guys' opinions and your feedback. I love them. And then, I really appreciate being able to read for you guys, and I will read for you again soon. Bye, Pile 5.